What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Black Atlas Radio. I am your host, Michael Cannon, and I'm here with a special guest, as always, the God himself. You could go ahead and introduce yourself to
Yes, sir.
the people who may not know you.
Hey, man. Just want to thank my boy again, man. Y'all know who it is, man. Maniac Flame. We back. Black Atlas Media, man. I'm happy to be here.
Third time.
Third time.
Third fucking time.
Man, blessed to be here, man.
Setting another record for the show. The first time, the second time you came through, it was the first time that we had like a reoccurring guest.
Yeah.
So now this is we're in triple threat territory.
Yes, sir.
So I just want to say the last time that you were here, you were promoting your album Adversity, which if people want to go check out that interview, I'll throw a link below. But you've dropped another album since then, right? Or another project.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there's been any like singles after that, but I was listening to the project in preparation for this interview. And I feel like you've definitely like solidified your type of sound, I guess. It's like more and more original every time I listen to a different track. And so I guess to begin the interview, I want to start with how did you decide on like what you wanted your sound to be ultimately? Because it's not just straight like hip hop or straight rap. It's like sort of melodic too at the same time.
I mean, as far as my sound is just continuing to practice, just a lot of work put in that I do on my alone time, time that I spend by myself, and just trying to, like they always say, perfect your craft and try to get better with your craft. So, and I think good practice for me is writing a lot of music. So I just write a lot of music, and, I found me a good studio that I go to, Jungle Life Studio. Shout out Jungle Life. Shout out my boy Chris Cash.
You ever write for anybody else other than yourself?
Yeah, I have. For a couple of people, low key type stuff.
Right.
But,
yeah.
Yeah, I've done it before. I mean, it's something I like to do as well. I got I definitely want to do some more of those type of projects in the future. So I'm just having fun, man. And writing music is my thing. It's a good thing for me. It's a little meditating process for me. So like you said, it's getting better. I elevated my sound with just staying focused and staying to my sound, staying true to who I am and what I want to do with my voice. So
right. And were you always writing music when you even first started making music yourself? Was writing music something that you were doing like in your free time?
Yeah, all the time. Even a lot of times, I grew up on freestyling a lot. Just like freelancing and just having fun and just, doing little raps and little skits and stuff like that. But other than that, man, writing music has always been something I did. Even when I was, back when I was young and played sports and did music at the same time, I always found time to write music. And it's always been something I had to do. I love to do it. Like I said, it's more of a meditation process for me as well. Yeah,
that's cool. It's always good to have something that you're like super passionate about that sort of like fuels your ambitions as well.
Yeah.
So I guess personally, just for me, what has been like going on with your life since our last interview here? Has there been any big like changes in your life personally?
Definitely. I got my first 1 million streams on
Oh
Spotify.
shit! Okay, well, congrats on
my
that.
song McGregor Walk. So shout out Conor McGregor. Shout out his team. Shout out everybody that was a part of that whole situation. Shout out my team as well and all the fans that helped me get there and kept streaming every single day.
Right, 1 million.
It's a blessing, So
yeah, that's a milestone.
That was a big change, and my team has gotten bigger and gotten stronger. We starting to reach and touch and elevate to newer things. We still humble, we still growing, and got a lot to learn, but. We got a lot of people coming onto the team, and everybody's starting to understand where we're going, and understanding the vision, and understanding what we trying to reach with the whole Maniac Flame, Tizzo Music, the whole corporation. So
right, okay, and that was actually leading into my next question was so the whole Tizzo movement you still got pushing pretty heavy. Have you ever? I know you've done merch before, but have you ever thought of, or has there ever been any type of plans to sort of branch out into other art forms other than just music?
Oh, yeah. That's the whole point of Tizzo Music. it's a more, we call it Tiz Art Music, but it's really a whole company. When we want to do fashion, you know, I got friends that, you know, want to do real estate, and I got friends that, you know, they have a lot to do with banking. I got friends that do, you know, construction businesses. Everybody has something that they're doing. So, like, you know, the music, yeah, that is the main goal. Let's, you know, get our foot in the door in music and, you know, help change our lives with music. But with that, we know, you know, there's always more to do. And that's always a goal. You never want to limit yourself to just doing one thing and having one source of income. So,
right.
You know, we always try to, you know, keep our options open for sure.
Right. And it seems like that's sort of what, like, the big, like, model millionaire people who, like, are people that you strive to be like, it seems like they always have, like, different, like, avenues of income. You know, they're not just, like, focused on one thing. They always have, like, their hand in like a bunch of different things, like even businesses that, like, shit that I've never even heard of. Yeah. It's just like you never even realize that these people are investing in companies that are, like, making the money behind the scenes other than just whatever it is that they're known for. People might, like, get famous off of, like, making a music or, like, making a song or whatever, but then they'll take that money and then flip it and become whatever the fuck Ray J is doing now, I guess. Whatever he's investing in.
Anything, you know, whatever they get their hands on, you know, it's all about taking, you know, your money to make more money, and, you know, you gotta make smart business moves, and, you know, like I said, you never want to limit yourself. So,
right.
You know, I understand that process of how people and celebrities and people with that type of stature go about those type of things, and because that's something I want to do. You know, I want to be a real, you know, I want to be a mogul. I want to be somebody that help others as well. So when I get in position, I want to be able to create opportunities for others. You know, that's what it's all about.
Of course. Has anybody ever tried, like, approaching you, like, on some different shit because of you now making music and you basically getting this sort of, like, fan base? Have, like, anyone ever accused you of, like, switching up or changing?
Nah. I mean, I haven't really experienced nothing like that. I mean, you know, most of the people that I've been doing this with, I'm still doing it with, and, you know, if anybody feel that way, then, I mean, shit, I don't know. So,
right. Nah, yeah. Fuck them.
You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I ain't tripping. It's love with me all the way. You feel me? So,
that's cool, man. Yeah, you've always seemed like a genuine person, and I feel like that shows in your music anyways. And speaking on the music side, has there been any albums this year, recently, that you, like, fucked with? Have you?
Recently, I've been listening to Roddy Ricch's album.
Oh yeah, that shit went #1.
Yeah, it just went #1. I like that album. Man, there was a lot of albums this year.
There was. I be forgetting some.
I listen to so much music. I can't even put it. Like, I know recently, just as of now, I've been listening to that Roddy Ricch album.
I haven't heard it yet. Is it cool?
Yeah, it's cool. It's got a lot of good music on there. You should definitely check it out. Got some good music. You know, that's kind of the type of music I like in the lane I'm in. So
where's he from?
It's definitely relatable. He's from LA.
Oh, okay. Was he on the freshman, the double XL freshman shit for this year? Cause he looks hella familiar.
I believe so.
I feel like,
I'm not sure.
Is he, like, up and coming? Like, this is #1 or, like, his first album or something like that?
I think this, like, might be like this is his first album. I think second project.
Oh, okay.
He's dope though. He's definitely more than up and coming to me.
I was mentioning earlier how when I was listening to your music, I feel like I can tell you have other influences other than rap, and I feel like R&B sort of, or not specifically R&B, but more melodic type of music sort of plays like an inspiration in your music. Do you have any, like, specific artists that come to mind that you would say you maybe, like, got inspired by their music as a kid growing up?
As a kid, my favorite musicians as a kid, artists, Mac Dre, Cassidy, and Lil Wayne. Ooh, and okay. The melodic thing, you know, I feel like Lil Wayne was one of the first kind of guys that kind of stepped into that zone of doing that melodic thing.
Yeah, he was on that auto-tune shit heavy.
And then, you know, you got T-Pain as well, obviously.
Oh, for sure.
So, but I mean, I've been doing that for a long time, ever since I first started music, and, you know, but those three people right there were, like, who I was listening to, who I wanted to, you know,
right,
you know, mock my music after, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, man, we coming to the end of a decade here, 2020. Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
Yeah, great Thanksgiving.
Yeah?
With the fam, chilling.
Cool. Did you have to work at all?
Nah, I didn't.
That's good, man.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, that's cool. I didn't have to work. I also was off on Black Friday too, so it was pretty chill.
Yeah.
I had a good time.
Yeah, that's what's up.
But would you say, looking back at your musical... Oh, and I completely forgot at the beginning. What's like the best outlet that people can reach your music? All streaming platforms, right? Just
all
Maniac Flame on just everything.
Search Maniac Flame, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, any streaming platform where you can download music, buy it, stream it, go get it.
Go support.
Go support. I appreciate it too, man. Every bit of it, every piece of it, every little cent of it, man. So go support me. Go search Maniac Flame, and you won't regret what you listen to. It's a guarantee.
So looking back at like your whole previous library of music, would you say that there's like a specific song or project that you're like most proud of?
Right now, I would say my album Adversity. I think that album was like it kind of set the tone on, what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to reach.
Definitely, yeah.
And kind of, I just wanted to let everybody know my story, kind of told my story, and, now I'm just fully fledged in continuing to build my story, continuing to give my message to the people and my fans, and just continue to grow. That album was big. It was big for me and my whole team. It was a blessing to even put together an album like that and then double back and drop another album, Global, which is another album you can go stream. And that was a real big album for my fans and giving them all my different styles and versatility. And, I'm just happy that I got a great team behind me, and I'm pushing. I'm going to keep working hard for sure.
What do you think was it exactly that taught you how to be so versatile?
I just think, like, the people I was around and the influences that, like I said, my influence that I watched, the people in front of me, the people that I got to grow up around. My mom did music, so I was influenced by her a lot. She was very versatile. She used to sing and rap. So that was something that I already was seeing as a kid, like somebody singing on the song and rapping on the song. Like I said, Lil Wayne, Mac Dre. Just, people that was just changed the game with different styles. And, how many... Mac Dre did so many styles. He had different names, all type of stuff. So, I seen all that, was influenced by all of it, and I just try to apply it to my own person, you feel me? My own image of who I am.
Right. And when you first started making music, did you feel like it was sort of like a natural talent, or did you really have to work on finding the sound that you were okay with?
When I first started, like I said, I started freestyling. Like my first time just doing it, I was freestyling with my mom in the studio, and it came out naturally, like just the flow of me freestyling. And then once I started like making music, like in middle school, it just became like an everyday thing where you start working on your craft because you're doing it so much, you're doing it every day. It's, so many. It's like reps, so much repetition that I'm doing, I'm getting better. And then once I started noticing that I was good and it was naturally easy for me, it made me want to go harder and do it even more. So, that's when I kind of learned. I learned quick though, like at a young age, like, okay, I could do this,
Right, yeah, for sure. Is there any anything, any song or project that you prefer performing wise? Like, do you really have a song that gets like the crowd hyped up that you really enjoy performing, or is it sort of like you try switching it up every time?
I try to switch it up, like depending on my crowd and the scenery I have. But I got songs like one of my new singles, "The Word," that's on the Global album. Really a turn up song. Give people, and it's catchy, so people like it.
That's just I really fuck with the beat on that one.
Yeah, and then I got another song that's that I'm finna drop a video to. It's out, but I've been like keeping it on the low, but I'm finna drop a video to. It's called "Yeah 4 Times," and when I perform that, it's it's a repetitive song, so it's easy to sing with me. And then when I perform it, people like it. They love the beat. They love the catchiness of it. So, but just really, like I said, it depends on the crowd. Like some crowds I like to switch it up because I want people to hear everything sometimes.
Yeah. Do you find that you have a certain mood across your music, or do you think you have like different songs for specific occasions?
I definitely have songs for different occasions. I think because I give a variety, but I think my whole base of my music is based off like, you know, motivation, coming from nothing, trying to get something, positivity.
Right.
You know, like, when you listen to my music, you could be like, man, you can get motivated and, feel like you can do something, feel like you can accomplish anything. And I think I get that vibe from my fans and people that I talk to about my music. But that's just my mission, spirit, preaching positivity and showing like coming from anything, you can make it. You just gotta have that heart, and that belief.
Yeah, I feel you.
It's on you, bro.
My bad. It's a good thing that you promoting positivity, because there's a lot of people out here who are on that negative shit. And that's cool too. But I feel like there's sort of like an off balance when it comes to people that are rapping about positive shit. Maybe just like Bay Area music that I hear, or I don't want to limit it to Bay Area music, but a lot of the stuff that people are playing that's the most popular shit normally isn't like that. So that's cool. Is there any local artists around here that you fuck with at all?
A lot, man. My boys, Ijon Doe.
Oh yeah.
Uzumaki. My artists that I fuck with on my team. Talon, he just dropped his new tape, Always Paid. Go stream it right now.
Stream that shit.
Talon, he just dropped, and he got a video out on YouTube featuring me. So go run it up. I don't really like doing the name thing because it's like, I don't like leaving people out because I support everybody.
There's a lot of fucking people out here.
There's a lot of artists, so I support everybody. Like, if I like your music, I'ma rock with it. You feel me? And I ain't with who like or what. I just whatever I like, I like. So if you out there working, period, point blank, I support you. It's love. You feel me? You got my support straight up.
For sure. You still working with the same producer, beat maker from the Adversity album?
Yeah, my boy Blanc Beats out of Sweden. Shout out my boy Blanc Beats. My boy Jaxo, he's out of Houston, Texas. And then I got my boy Architects. Shout out Architects. Shout out X Slaps. X Slaps gave me a beat. Shout out my boy Sage for producing on the album. Just all my folks, man. Them are my people. I appreciate all of them. Blanc Beats and Jaxo, they all the way Tizzo, so we locked in. It's all love. Like I try to rock with everybody, and whoever got beats, send them.
For sure. So how's that process go? Is it usually that you get them sent to you and you just feel like you listen to it to see if you're fucking with it, or is it something that you request and like ask for this certain type of beat?
It just depends on, like, if it's for a project, I may ask for like a certain style because I'm trying to display a certain message. But I love any beat. I think I could use, because once I get a beat, I get real creative. You feel me? It's just you always gonna pick and choose what you like or you don't like. But most beats I'ma rock with, because at the end of the day, especially when people want to collab with you and do music with you, and that's what it's all about, coming together, making good music, putting hits together, and, that's what I'm all about for sure.
For sure. So you already working on your next project right now, or do you have plans for that?
Yeah, I've been, so right now, I got, big plans for the next year. I've been dropping a lot of videos right now, so if you've been tuning in, you can go watch all my videos on YouTube. I done dropped non-stop videos. Just go watch them, run them up. I got all my music on iTunes and everything for all the videos that's also out. And as far as working on my next project, I'm working on an album that I'm gonna put out next year. It's gonna be huge. We putting it together. I'm taking my time with it, working on getting features and collabing with other people with it, and just collecting beats right now, having fun and just enjoying my little process right now with life and enjoying family and. Trying to use all these experience to build up to the album.
You really can't forget to stop and enjoy life, because you fucking blink and you miss it.
Yeah.
So much shit going on.
Definitely.
Working these fucking long ass shifts. But so
sure.
Have you been with the same team since day one, or has it been like a process sort of to get where you are now?
I mean, it's been a process, you know, but majority of my team is, you know, day one team. You know, we got a few new pieces and things that we've been adding in, but you know, we've been a unit. We've been working for a good 2 years as a unit, and we getting bigger as a unit. It's just getting better as we go. You know, we just trying to, you know, get smarter and learn the game, study the game, and get ready to take over the game. You know, and that's the goal.
Yeah.
I'm thankful for my team. You felt like I tell my team we got the best team in the world. I believe that. You know, I stand by that.
Yeah, man, you're definitely one of the more consistent artists I see out there. So that's really good that you have people that help push you and your shit as well.
Yeah.
Because it's really hard to find people who are passionate about the same things and like willing to work with you at the same time.
For sure. Definitely.
So, as far as the local scene, Bay Area wise, what do you think distinguishes you as an artist apart from everybody else?
You know, I just think I come with originality. I have my own unique sound. You know, I don't really sound like nobody. And, you know, you feel me? All my music is genuinely and real, you know, and I'm not saying nobody else isn't, or I'm just speaking for me.
Right.
And that's how I feel about me. You know, I just think my music is genuine and it's positive, man. It's a message behind it. You know, I'm not trying to be nobody. I'm not trying to put on no stunt and put on no act to nothing. I mean, I'm giving you pure music, my feelings, my life, my situations, and I'm just basically hoping that, you know, when you listen to it, you can relate to it, apply it to your life, get motivated. If you're going through something, I got something for you for that. So,
right.
You know, I'm just trying to connect all the dots, you know, and connect to the people. And that's all I really want to do. So that's that's my difference.
Yeah. So would you say like making music is also sort of just like, not even like a stress reliever, but something that you enjoy just the process of, like just as much as actually like putting the music out too?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's creating the music is like the best part because, you know, you can. It's like you know that feeling that you're gonna give out, you know, and it's like to be able to know that feeling, to present that to somebody, and to be able to go in the studio and put something together, have the mind to do that, have the the courage and to even put your feelings out there to a millions and billions of people out there. You know, that's like, you know, that's why I love music, because you can express you in full control, and you know, it's like I said, that's why it's always genuine, especially for me.
Yeah, and going back to like what you said is if you make music about yourself, there's only one you, it's gonna come out original regardless, as long as you're staying true to yourself.
Always.
So is there any inspirations in your life personally that you're gonna be drawing from for this next album? Like, would you say there's a specific type of theme that you already have in mind, or is it sort of just taking it day by day and seeing what comes to fruition?
Right now, really just taking it day by day. You know, the motto is really just, focus, man. Like, definitely motivated by my son, being a father, like, all the experiences in my life. Like I said, I still got experiences to go that's going to lead into the album. So it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be like you said, step by step, day by day will be the album, because it's going to give you a true understanding of what's going on in my life, what's happening right now, the changes that I'm going through, the levels that I've reached, the better things in life that I accomplished, the bad, everything. You're going to get a real experience of what I'm doing. So I would definitely say it's a day by day thing, because, you're going to get the full experience. It's not going to just be a right now thing. It's going to be a real full body of work. So it's going to be heavy.
Yeah, I feel like that's something that people will be able to tell with your music as well, just by listening. As far as your current work that you have out, you said that your latest single, what was it called again?
So right now, my latest singles that I have out, I got Pain, The Word, Greyhound. These are all just like, some of them are singles from Global, but they're all videos that's out. My latest single out right now just dropped. Is called Gotta Know.
Do you have a video for that one?
Yeah, they all out.
Oh, okay.
They all out on YouTube, all videos. My latest one is called Gotta Know. It's a hit. The video is dope. Shout out K-Wo's visuals. We've been going crazy. We've been shooting nonstop. You feel me? Videos.
Yeah, I've been following him
to
for
back,
a minute too.
Go check all the videos out. I'm telling y'all, man, they all on YouTube. You can go watch all of them. You know, and you pick which one you like the most, but it's gonna be a tough choice because.
Do you usually have like concepts in mind when you're before you're making the video, or is it sort of like partly the video director's idea as well?
I mean, we come together with our minds. We try to find good locations and locations that fit the theme of the song, and we try to put little things in there, you know, certain things. But sometimes you can just have a good location and, you know, manipulate the situation, manipulate the scene, make it look good. And,
right.
You know, sometimes you got to deal with what you got, make happen what you happen. But then sometimes we go all out and, you know, do the lights and add scenes and little, skits. So.
For sure. I bet that's fun as fuck.
Definitely. It's all part of the process, so it's always fun. Videos are always fun, you know. It's a lot of work, but it's fun.
You find it hard to be consistent with so many people that you have to work with? Is it hard to sort of get everybody like on the same page?
Not really. I mean, that's the the good benefit about having a team is that when everybody's on the same page and willing to do what it takes to get things done for not just for one individual but for the whole team and the whole purpose of what we're doing. So that's why our situation works right now. And like I said, like I always say, I'm blessed to have a good team and we just work together. You feel me? It's all about working together to make this shit work.
Yeah.
It's not hard. You feel me? It's not hard to play your position, do your role, because it makes shit easier anyway.
Right. So. You guys, like, as a whole, do you think there's like another like business model or like another idea or group that you sort of want to, like, I guess, use that as a stepping stone to reach where you're at, or are you sort of trying to pave your own way?
I mean, we definitely trying to pave our own way, but we watch everybody. Like, we're not naive to what's going on. We acknowledge everybody. We respect what everybody doing. You gotta study the game. If you ain't, like, I always tell people and people on my team, like, we never looking at somebody else's situation to criticize it, worry about what it is. That's not our business, but
right.
We will watch film. You always gotta watch film.
Right.
If you ain't watching film, you don't know what's going on. At the end of the day, how you gonna play the game?
Yeah.
So
that's some great advice.
Like that's what I always tell people: watch film. You ain't gotta be in a business, but watch film so you can learn. Cause it's always ways to learn. So that's what I always try to say.
Do you think that you listen to other people's music, sort of, to try to get an idea of what you might want your next sound to be like, or where do you sort of draw your personal sound from?
I mean, I think I draw my personal sound from just like my naturally who I am, just just me personally as a person, like my personality and how goofy I am.
Right.
I think I'll naturally have a sound just off like my natural being of how I am, but I listen to people, like artists that I like their music, and when I listen to it, I definitely, be like, okay, I like how this sound, and this is the type of sound that's in. I could rock with this. You feel me? Maybe I could add some of this or some of that to my sound to make my shit pop like this. And, it's like, that's what I mean by watching film. So, and it's really like, it's not even something that you feel like you have to take their shit or take what they do. It's just, you got to understand, like, when you listen to other people and you listen to your music, like when I listen to my music, I'm like, damn, my shit sound like them too.
Right.
So you never want to look at your shit like you need to make it sound like somebody else, because I know my shit sound good too.
Would you say, so, because you've been making music for a couple years now.
Yeah.
Would you say that do you think it's harder now to be an up and coming artist than it was when you first started, or would you say it's easier?
I think it's. I mean, I honestly think it's the same. It's just about like, it's all about the time and then the moment, you know, that you in, and like when it's your time, it's your time. Like you just gotta always work, cause like some people get famous in their first year, some get famous in the fifth, some get famous in the second, and like it's really not really about being famous, but I'm saying get their break is what I should say, and. You know, you just gotta have patience. Like if you really want to do it, you're gonna keep working to get it. So it's not about like if it's harder than it now. It's just about how can you make it easier for yourself to get in, and that's why you gotta keep learning. Because the more you learn, the better. Because if you get in that sixth, fifth, whatever year, at least you learned all the things and those emotions through the years to be ready.
You got the experience to back you up. Are you a religious person at all?
Yeah, I'm like more of a like personal religious person. Like I'm
Same
not,
here.
I'm not like a go to church and all that stuff, but you know I believe in the God within me and what I need to believe it in. Like you know I don't try to tell people how they need to believe and stuff. Like I just I believe the way I believe, and you know, but I'm definitely you know religious in that aspect.
Would you say that your music has messages, or is it more of, like I said before, different types of songs for different situations? Because I kind of get the idea of like when I listen to it, it's more of, I don't want to say like conscious, but I feel like you're sort of displaying a message.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely try to display a message in it, like you know, with subliminal, you know, bars, metaphors, and you know, just trying to get people to really listen to what I'm saying. And that's the goal, you know, like to get people to really listen because, you know, that's all it takes. Once people really get that, will listen and understand the message I'm, you know, putting across and what I'm saying, you know, then after that is just, you know, they become fans. And that's the best part. Like I said, I want to get my message out there. So that's part of the music.
Of course, yeah. So, as we're winding down here, is there anything else that you'd like to say to the people who maybe haven't heard of your music yet?
Definitely, you know, if you haven't heard of me, you can definitely go find me. I'm on Instagram at Maniac Flame. You know, that's where I do a lot of my promotion. I'm on Twitter as well, _Maniac Flame _. You know, and then as far as like checking out my music, you know, I'm from SoundCloud to Apple Music to Spotify.
Everything.
Apple Music, Spotify, and like all the big streaming platforms where everything is at. You can hear all the new music. YouTube, of course, I got a lot of videos. You know, I just hope that when y'all do check me out, y'all can become fans, understand my message. You know, pass me to somebody else. You know, and just continue to do that. And you know, the music is going to continue to get better. The content is going to continue to get better. The videos is going to continue to get better. We're going to get better, you know, every single day. 2020 is coming up.
Right. Stay tuned.
So 2020 is going to be real, real big. So tune in to Maniac Flame, man. Follow me. I love the fans. Shout out my supporters, man. Shout out Black Atlas Media. Tizzo Music, my whole team.
Appreciate it. Make sure everybody go and fucking support the whole Tizzo movement and support your local artists in general.
Definitely.
Share this video, share all his music, and go stream if you guys haven't already.
Yes,
yes, make sure you guys subscribe and stay tuned for the next video. Thanks again for coming through, man.
I appreciate it. Every time, bro.
Stay tuned. Black Atlas out.
Yes, Lord.